Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to your morning practice. Go ahead and grab a mat. You can just have a flat space if you don't have a mat. Pillow or blocks are optional. And I've got my little adaptogen coffee here. Feel free to grab some water, tea, whatever you'd like, and let's get started. So let's go ahead and begin. Go ahead and grab either a block or a pillow. You can also just sit right on your heels. If none of that is comfortable, just sit on your sit bones. So this practice is going to be a little bit different from traditional yoga. We're going to just move in a more intuitive way. As I'm recording this, we're coming off of the morning after the full moon in Leo. And so I feel that Leo is so much about the heart expression, so much of what we're here to do in this lifetime, how we shine, and how we move in our own authentic way. So this practice is just some guidelines. I encourage you to move in your own flow once we get going. And yeah, let's just do a little exploring and moving as we enter the morning time. So sitting up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back, close your eyes. Allow for the crown of the head to soften. You can even imagine a beautiful waterfall moving into the crown of the head and then down the back of the neck, down the spine. You're just beginning to soften as that water touches the area. So the neck, the shoulders, back of the heart, low back. We'll just be here breathing for about 4 rounds of breath, just tracing your breath and feeling that waterfall moving down the spine. Almost as if you're getting cleansed by mountain water, just purifying you, energizing you for the day ahead. Big deep breath in, exhale, let it go. We're going to start to move a little bit more. So inhale, you're just going to lift the arms up, chest forward, elbows out. And then exhale, we're going to bring the hands toward each other in this little Pushpakuta Mudra, which is this offering, this bowl. So moving from this deep expansion, bringing new prana, new life force in. Exhale, offering it out, bowing toward the chest. So just keep going like this or something similar to this, just that opening on the inhale, exhale, drawing it in. Sometimes it's nice to move a little bit less linear and just kind of color outside the lines. Is a phrase I heard a teacher use once. I love that. Color outside the lines, move in your own authentic way. Let's do one more inhale. Really opening up the hands here, feeling that energy through the hands, and exhale, hands to heart center, bow in. This is a good time to set an intention for your day. It could be really simple, a word, a phrase, or a feeling. Maybe you want to visualize yourself completing a project or succeeding at something you have going on. Maybe you just want a day of rest, whatever it is, set that intention here. Breath in and breath out. Beautiful. And then we'll start to move a little bit more. So in the morning when we wake up, we start to get out of that deep slumber. Our cortisol levels start to rise, which is normal. It's natural. It's good. It helps us to start moving. However, some people go kind of from like 0 to 10 and get right up and they don't really ease themselves into the morning. And that's going to kind of shock the nervous system day in and day out. And so these more gentle ways of moving A little bit more fluid is going to help with that transition so we feel resourced for the day. All right. I'm still in my half pajamas here with some yoga pants on. Keeping it real. All right, so let's get to the side here. So removing your prop that you have, just come to one side, stack the hand and the knee in one line, and then reach the opposite leg back, pressing through the sole of the foot. Inhale, very slowly lift that top arm up. Exhale down. And as we move down, very gently lift the navel towards your spine. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, draw it down. Twice more. And now we're going to move the legs, not move, but just bend the knees. So we're going to move it back, exhale, kind of pouncing back. Inhale, open up to this kind of bridge pose or arch pose. Exhale. So notice on that exhale, we're really kind of contracting and letting go. On the inhale, we're expanding, bringing more prana in. So again, these are just guidelines. If you want to move a little bit different than what I'm doing, go for it. These are just suggestions of what feels good in my body. One more time. And beautiful, we'll stay here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus that top arm, peeling open, and then coming back to center. Sitting up tall, roll the shoulders back, breathe in deep. Breathe out. Other side. So placing that hand firmly on the floor, pressing more into the finger pads. Hand and knee align. And lift slowly that top arm up. Exhale, draw the hand down, kind of tracing it down. Inhale, lift it back up. 3 more times. And last one. Pause here. And then we'll do that pounce. So bending the knees, moving the hips back. Inhale, open. Exhale. So kind of collapsing that upper body. Inhale, open it up. Twice more. Beautiful. And then coming into hands and knees, just a few rounds of cat-cow, or you can kind of swivel the hips side to side or rotate through the spine or the rib cage. So again, whatever feels good here. Sometimes we need more of a fluid practice. Sometimes we need more structure, more of those kind of like angular lines. This is more of a yin water practice here. So if you're feeling a lot of like you have a lot on your to-do list, you feel like you have to just get a lot done or move in a more linear, action-oriented way, this is a good way to break that up, get more into your intuitive body. All right, separate the knees, inhale, arch the spine, exhale, round, press it back, child's pose. Palms face up in this gesture of receptivity in the morning. And just track your breath here. Notice that beautiful expansion on the inhale and the contraction on the exhale. And then begin to rise up. Hands kind of come up the thighs. Reach it up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Chin to chest. So we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift. You can even hook the thumbs here. Gaze up. Exhale. Really bring those elbows back. Feeling that opening even through the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time we're going to rise it up. Mini back bend. Exhale. Okay. And stretching the legs forward. Shake it out. We're going to just tap with our fists the legs. So going on the inner seam of the legs, which is our yin line. Going on top of the quads, outer hip, outer glutes, all the way down. Calves. And you can really exhale, kind of releasing here. We're kind of releasing stagnation. That can happen overnight. And then kind of just take some fists, getting into that low back kidney area, a little bit up. And then you can just tap the navel, the chest. You can go down the arms here with either that flat hand or fist, whatever feels better. So this tapping is kind of this acupressure exercise. It can kind of help wake things up, move stagnation, especially if you feel kind of foggy in the morning or sleepy. And then just take your fingertips and tap the crown just a few times here. Beautiful. And then we'll just cross the legs and just pause here. Shut or soften the eyes, sitting up tall, and just let that practice integrate. If you want to do the tapping for longer, you can pause. Maybe just letting that integrate for a moment. A lot of times when we move through our practice and through our day, we don't give ourselves any sort of integration time or pause between activities. We just keep going. That's what leads to burnout, exhaustion over time. And so we want to take that space to just breathe. Beautiful. Okay. Hands on the knees. We're just going to rotate the spine 3 times toward the right. So as you inhale, move forward. As you exhale, move back. So I'm just rotating from the ribs. And then opposite direction. This time you're gonna make a spiral. So you're kind of going wide here. Let's bring it in, drawing smaller and smaller circles into the middle. Notice that spiraling happening, and then pausing at that center point. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. Beautiful work. Let's come onto hands and knees. We're not gonna do anything too crazy today. This is a little bit more of a wiggly, gentle practice, but we will come into a nice, gentle down dog just for a few moments. So for this one, you can really bend your knees, wiggle around, curl the legs, spread the fingers wide, and really press into the fingertips to lift the hips up and then press them down. So I'll have you stay here just for a few breaths. Again, move in a way that feels good. If that's a little much today, you can always come to hands and knees or move from hands and knees to down dog. It's kind of like back and forth. And I really want you to think about the breath moving down the legs on that exhale. So inhale, we're getting the prana rather, so this life force energy, we're drawing it from the ground, from the earth, up into the arms, up into the hands, drawing that up the body, and then exhale, sending it down the legs back into the earth. So inhale, drawing that earth energy up through the hands, up through the body. Exhale, down the legs into the earth. So we're creating a circuit here. Let's do that about 2 to 3 more times. Inhale, drawing it up. Exhale, releasing it down. Just reminding us that we are connected and we are nature. We're not separate. And that we can use the earth as a beautiful resource. We're feeling more grounded and more human and more here in our body. Slowly drape those knees down. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. And then we're just going to lift that right knee, creating a little bit of opening. So moving that knee in circles or the hip. And then stepping that right foot outside the left hand, coming into lizard lunge. Some of you might stay up a little bit more, or you can sink down, getting into the hips, opening the chest here. So we're going to move through a flow. Inhale here, and then exhale, move it back, kind of into this Ardha Hanumanasana with the leg out. And I'm just lengthening the leg. I'm not straightening it necessarily. Chin to chest. Inhale, unfurl. So I'm kind of moving, again, more fluidly. I'm not moving linearly. So just let your cervical spine, that upper spine round. And just bring this into a flow. All right, beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale back. And then right knee comes back in, second side. Beginning to open up that left hip, left knee. Breathing with your movement. Step that left foot outside. I'm going to move my candle and my cup. So again, if you need to stay up here and just make smaller movements, that's totally great. Or you can get a little bit deeper here. And feel free to really get onto the edge of that foot to make space. Inhale, opening the collarbones, chest forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, unfurl forward. Really breathing in that fresh, new prana. Exhale, release. And then just keep moving in your own way. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. We're going to keep this foot here, and however you want to get to this point, coming into a malasana shape. So let's start halfway up. The toes are out, heels are in. Hands are on the ankles or on the shins. We're going to just start here and then kind of shine the sternum forward. As you drop the hips down, inhale, and then exhale, pivot the toes forward as you fold. So you can either go halfway down into this, it's called horse stance, or if you prefer, you can come all the way down into malasana. Maybe somewhere in between, like this feels a little much this early, so I might go somewhere in between. So a lot of repetition, a lot of fluidity here. There's no exact timing, you're just following the natural flow of your breath. So the more we can get in touch with our natural rhythm, our natural flow, as a soul, as a human, and our unique personality, our unique makeup, the more we can get to know how you flow best. The better your prana, the better your energy is going to flow. The better you're going to feel, right? Better health, better happiness. You're going to just, move at your own pace. And this is not what our culture recommends, right? There's a very structured schedule for most. And so when we tap into this space, we get closer and closer to our true nature. All right, and then we're just going to bring the feet together about hip width and just hang here any way you want. The knees are bent. Slowly press the feet down as you rise up to standing. Inhale, lift and reach. And exhale, come back down. I'm just going to come onto my sit bones. You maybe come into a cross-legged position. Bring the hands forward, and then just a few rounds. We're going to open and fall with the breath. So inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. Twice more. All right, almost done, guys. Nice job. Bringing one sole of the foot inside the opposite inner thigh. Just going to start by lifting up and over here for just a moment. Maybe pulsing. And then I'm going to do a nice little neck stretch. So bringing the hands to the sides. One hand is going to gently move the head over. And just breathing into the side of the neck. So my extended leg is still active. I'm flexing through that leg. Bringing a little bit more flow and life force into the neck, those areas that are usually really tight. Letting the belly be soft here as you inhale and exhale. And gently let the head go. We're just going to swivel all the way around to the other side. So hand gently moves the head. Really relish this moment before your busy day ahead. Really stay here. That's the practice, is to stay with the things that feel like boring or slow or not productive. This is extremely productive for how you're going to feel, right? How your nervous system adapts to your life. This is the practices we do. Other side, so bring the opposite foot inside the thigh and lifting up and over here, side stretch. Okay. Beautiful, and we're just going to end how we began. So come to a seat on a pillow, on your block, however you want to sit. I like this position because it really aligns the spine quite nicely, a little bit more than sitting would, more of that concave, so it's really opening the chest here. And we're just going to relax the hands. Breathing in here. Bringing that energy down our bodies into the earth. One more breath. Inhale, arms rise. Hands to heart, and just spending a moment here to call on something you're grateful for. All right, thanks everyone. That concludes our morning wiggle practice. Thanks for joining me. If you want to join my email list and my Instagram, all of that info is below. I do a lot more communication there, and hope to see you in the next class. Have a great day ahead. Hey everyone, if you are a woman who is struggling with stress, burnout, gut issues, sleep issues, or any sort of overwhelm and anxiety, I have a really special program in the works coming just for you. So this program is going to work with ancient Ayurvedic holistic healing tools. It will be a big part education and also a big part health coaching one-on-one. If you're interested in getting in on that wait list, you'll have exclusive big discounts for my first few clients. You can just pop me an email below. So all that info is below in the comments, and I look forward to speaking with you.